better than I do. I don't know. I was having a hell of a time.
You gave me the instructions.
Yeah, I gotta go back. I gotta go back and find those instructions because I had to follow them myself. I don't know.
And I printed them off actually.
Yeah. Because the heat of the moment, I was like, I can't get this thing to work. I don't know. And I didn't have a computer. I knew what was happening. I knew on the YouTube side it was sitting there saying unlisted.
Then I could even tells me it's public.
Yeah, and that's the part that was.
You know, I went into camera, and it'll show me how many feet frames per second. Yep. So I've had to adjust from 1080. Now today I'm doing 720, 30 frames a minute because it was a little jumpy yesterday. It was good, but it was jumpy.
Yeah.
I think we're going to be happier with this because we were doing practice at the end of the day and I was streaming it, and it was much easier.
Okay.
To watch.
Yeah. I did tune in once yesterday and it was like a little bit
jumpy,
framey. You know, where it's like, I was like, oh.
And
that's honestly what you get when you watch some of these other ones. When you watch one of the other streaming stuff, it's
So, anyways, I'm gonna do it at 720 today. See what happens. Okay. I think it'll make a huge difference.
Yep.
And if it doesn't, it'll go back to 1080. I know I was down to 5 and 10 frames a minute at 1080p.
Yep.
And now I'm at 45.
Yeah.
So it's
and that's the thing. The frames per second is the bigger thing for sports.
I don't care if I can't see the lines on their face or the color of their eyes.
Yep.
But if it'll follow it, maybe that's
because 720 is actually.
It's still really good.
I will like if I'm in my car and just running off my data plan and I want to watch it, I'll just go 720 at 60 frames per second from YouTube. I'll select that instead of the 1080p. Because it'll be easier for me to download it and make sure that stream is still going on my side.
Yeah.
And like, on that small of a screen, the difference between 1080p and 720 is negligible.
Is this one right here?
That's the girl. The boys is on the other side.
That one's right there.
It should be open. It should be right there.
Yeah, apparently it's a 3-fire alarm.
I've been there.
Yeah, oh yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It's as I've downgraded because I did one in 4K. That was a mistake.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Just the processor here, whatever.
Yeah, no.
And,
that's where my buddy in his hometown, they've got their setup now for 4K, 60 frames per second. But he's got the camera like we do up there, so he's got really good quality coming from there. But he's got a whole desktop gaming system doing the processing of that 4K 60 frames per second and pushing it up to the internet because it's and you need a big bandwidth too to push it. But I mean it's we're a ways away from doing the 4K.
That camera we have up there is beautiful.
Yep. Yeah. No. This one does.
And
really
this one
nice
is
too.
This
so
one
it's
awesome too.
This one actually, I still got to figure out some of the color settings up there because it seems like this one is a little bit brighter, seems a little bit nicer from a color standpoint. So we got two nice cameras. So I mean, it's
I like that one. How it shows more. The big one shows more court.
Yeah.
Wider lens.
Yeah, it's got the built-in wide lens.
Yep.
To it. This one you can get an adapter for it to turn it into wide lens. So.
And those usually aren't that bad. They're like $50.
Yeah, I want to say it was $100 or something.
Okay.
It wasn't. It's not. Yeah. It's not
and with
bad.
that said, it's a super nice camera.
Yep.
I just putting the wide lens on this makes a big difference, I think.
Yeah.
Like I said, I screwed up. I taped one on here at 4K and then I downloaded at the end of the day, and that was fine. It had time, but then the next day I thought, we'll do the whole thing in 4K. And live stream that again. Okay, I gotta go.
Make sure they got give them some help yesterday on the live stream because I figured some people would go to the front place to see if.
Right.
I just want to make sure they have the address. I don't know how well they communicated that stuff was going to be live stream.
He said he didn't communicate it. He communicated to the Watertown parents.
Okay.
And in all honesty, I got about 50 people watching, and it's always during the Watertown games.
Yep.
Drops down to almost zero when it's not on a Watertown.
Well, and
game.
that's because I don't think they don't know about it.
They don't.
So I think in the
when we have that screen up, there's people calling their grandparents all the time. Oh,
Yep.
I took my mask off.
that's where I think in the future, if they do these tournaments, they can sell that as part of the
Yep.
a capability of it.
Where are you looking? Back or?
Is it like court 3 or something?
I think it's court 3, yeah.
Okay, court 3, court 4 is gonna be down there.
Yep.
But I think in the future they can probably
That's Dave right there.
they can charge $25 more a team and say, hey, we got live streaming,
Yeah.
So
It's huge. It would, like I say, this one I have to switch back and forth. That's the most I do. If you have one more camera, one more phone,
yeah.
you walk away from the day.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
I think we can find that whatever this is. Streamlabs software seems to work great. And we're using in the free version of it, right? We're not even paying for anything. So I think if you use the paid version,
It's,
you get.
I mean,
get a
if
little
I
bit
can
more.
figure it out, it's an no-brainer.
Yeah.
It really is.
I gotta figure it out. I gotta go back to my notes.
I did it in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I know.
Boom,
'cause
boom,
I'm
boom,
like-
boom, done. Good.
Because I'm like, I had this working, so like I went there and I'm like, oh, this isn't gonna be a problem. Stacy does it all the time. I'm like, I had it going live once and it's like, I'm like, yep, it's live. And everybody's like, no, it's not working. What? And I go back and I'm like, it looks like it's going up.
You got to get your bird feeder and start practicing on that. I mean, that's what I had the day off.
The problem was that it was hitting YouTube, but YouTube was saying unlisted, and I couldn't figure out how to. Me too. And so like I had somebody else, and so I didn't have a phone. Because it was pushing stuff up. So I'm like on somebody else's phone trying to get YouTube Studio. So I'm trying to log in to set that stream to public.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't have my computer. I'm like, I know how I can fix this. I just couldn't do it.
The hardest thing is I'm without a phone for 2 days.
Yeah.
See ya. Thanks, Brett. Morning, Gordon.
It's coming down, but can't keep it up.
Can it get a little colder so that it's a little fluffier?
Yeah.
I like this heavy base.
Did you like it coming in to the entrance? Enough people have driven on it that it's complete ice, pretty much.
Oh, I was like the third person here.
Yeah. I was following a guy in, and so I got rid of my truck and got the Expedition.
Yeah.
An Expedition weight switch.
Yeah.
So it has way better traction. And so I'm like, come on, buddy, let's go. He's like taking his time.
Yeah, I don't mess around with a truck. I just plug it into four-wheel drive. It's not worth it.
No.
Those trucks are not that great in it.
Yeah, let's put a little light back in if you've got nothing back there.
Right. Micah coming up today too?
Possibly.
Not for the day though, huh? Or
No. You might show up for a little bit, we'll see. Mason's supposed to go to some birthday party or something in St. Bonnie, and they was like, I may ping you and see if you can come drive him over there. She hates that.
oh yeah. If you don't drive in it every day, like
Yeah.
we had to go into the city. You're not used to it.
She will if she has to. Hasn't done in the ditch. Well, in college, in a rain, like ice storm, she did flip a car once.
Oh, she did.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll shake you up.
Yeah. she doesn't know how to counter steer. And I've walked her through it several times, and she actually turns the wrong way. So I'm like, oh, there's your problem.
You know what? Yeah. You know, they call it drifting now. I mean, we just drove around gravel roads that way.
Yeah. Yep. We used to not intelligent move, but used to drive down county roads and stuff to get to school at 8.5 miles. We left that town and go 80 down the county gravel road.
Yeah.
And there, it's just be smart, right? Small corrections. As I'm drifting or hovering around on the gravel road, I just make little corrections, small little things, right?
Yeah.
Back end gives me a little feedback. I give a little feedback back, a little feedback. It's a dance, right?
Yep. I mean, and you learn that you power into a corner.
That's right, yeah. Like most things, when in doubt, throttle out, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Throttle's your friend. Pin it. Yeah, I've done like thick snow like this, but the bottom couple inches is slush. So if you get out of the tracks, you're done.
Mm-hmm.
Get out of the tracks, back end, start to slide into the ditch, just punch that sucker and just crawl right back up onto the road.
I know. It's you know, it's something you can't teach somebody that doesn't understand it and didn't learn as a kid.
Right.
Is all I can figure because I mean, you just see the slam on the brakes. I'm like, it's the last thing you wanted to do.
Yeah.
What are you
Brakes
doing?
You just took every chance you had out of the equation.
Yeah. Yeah. Now you're going in the ditch.
Yep. And now you're in for whatever.
That's what I did with that. We got 8 o'clock here.
Yeah, I believe so.
There is nobody in this gym. Every other gym's full of kids running around.
Oh, there's a lot of people waiting out there. Night Jeffs. Momentum is at the fisheye lens.
It is. This is not the fisheye lens. This is the 18 millimeter wide lens.
It work good?
It works pretty good. I'm down to 720 frames per second, or 720p, 30 frames per second, because it can't handle
For the throughput.
the throughput. The processor can't handle it.
Yeah. Did you get the momentum case and lens for this, or did you have it before for others?
No, I got it for this.
I looked at it for other